Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy, Irony Boxing, coming through with my 30th. We are going to talk about this thing called boxing for sure. I'm doing a little bit of a different show today. I mean, I do have a topic, and that's the greatest boxing comebacks of all time. Gonna start the list. I'm going to start with the first 10, the first chunk of 10. Mm. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll start with some news and everything, and we'll work our way perhaps to the topic. Like it says right there, we got free smoke here, open panel. What's on your mind? We can talk about boxing, we can talk about UFC, we can talk about WWE, and we can talk about bare knuckle as well. You know, everything goes, everything and anything goes. There's the link right there. First and foremost, excuse me. God bless every single one of you. I hope everyone's having a great day, evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, including the weekends. Okay. All right. So let's see. What shall we start with? Should we start with some news? Yeah, let's see what's up in the world of boxing. It says here Richardson Hitchens eyeing the winner of Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. Okay, okay. Um, uh, let's see. Do I think he wins against any of those gentlemen? No, no, no. I don't think so. Richardson Hitchens is a very good fighter. He has a very good jab. He mans the distance pretty well. He had some trouble with Gustavo Lemos. Okay, it happens, you know. He did a very, very good impression of himself against Liam Paro. That was over here in Puerto Rico. Okay. I attended that fight. It was a very good fight. For some reason, it was a split decision, but everybody knows that he won. He won by UD. That's obvious. Um, I don't think. Well, him against Devin Haney will be an interesting chess match. Brian Norman Jr. That's probably a really bad matchup for him. You know, in my opinion. How we doing? We got J Will 38 in the house. How you doing, sir? It's a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, I saw the news that says Richardson Hitchens is eyeing the winner of Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. I don't think he fares well against either of them. I think he would fare pretty good against Teofimo Lopez, for example. Um, that's about it. Let me know if you'll think that if you favor him against any other champion like a Gary Anton Rosso or maybe Subriel Matias. I don't. I do. I would favor him against Teofimo Lopez though. Now, for example, against an Alberto Puello, I'll probably favor Hitchens. Probably. I'm not so sure, but yeah, I'll just the top of my head here, probably. Yeah. And who's number one? Who's number one in his? What is he? The IBF, right? Give me a sec. Let me pull up the rankings here, and let's get into this, shall we? 140. Okay, not rated as usual. Not rated, and we got Lindolfo Delgado over at number three. Okay. Yeah. I mentioned that because all the other champions are defending. Yeah, he does captain. He capped so much. Tio has capped about Bud Crawford, Jerron Butani, Subriel Matias, now Shakur Stevenson. I mean, man, Cap King, man. Yeah, he's a pretty good fighter, but nah, not my cup of tea. Needless to say. Feel free to subscribe, notification, anything else. The link is right there if you want to say anything. You don't have to show me your face if you don't want to or anything like that, you know. Um, what else we got? Let's see. I do favor Hitchens against Tio, stylistically. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of either one of them, but from a boxing standpoint, I think so. Yeah, I think Hitchens can pull that off. Oh yeah, I remember I saw earlier today one of the champions of strawweight. His name is Melvin Jerusalem, who was beaten and stopped already by my boy Oscar Pupilo Collazo, right? The one that has two belts. We'll see. They gotta unify, man. They gotta work that out because the smaller weights they're pretty much stuck with each other, right? What's up, Trump? My boy right there, Trump. Que Dios te bendiga, brother. God bless you, brother. Always a pleasure. Yeah, the minimum weights, the flyweights, all those smaller weights in boxing, they're pretty much stuck with each other. You know, they have to fight each other. You know, they have nowhere to run to. It's not that many, 5 foot whatever, 105 pound men that are going into boxing, into many of those. So I mean, you've never in the entire history of boxing um, in the entire history of boxing, there's never been a United States champion of strawweight. That's the only reason why Mexico and Puerto Rico are the only two places that have champions in every weight classes in the history of boxing. All the from minimum weight or strawweight, whatever you call it, 105 pounds, all the way up to heavyweight. Even if it's only one dude once, that Mexico and Puerto Rico are the only two places that have had champions in every single weight class of boxing. J Will 38 says, yeah, seeing Tio struggle, yeah, to say it courteously, right? Struggle with Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. I think, yes, I think so too. I mean, a guy like Josh Taylor, it's pretty much tailor made, and this is with all due respect because I love me some Josh Taylor. Okay, I know that he retired and all that, but he was a very good fighter. But to be honest with you, he's pretty much tailor made for Teofimo Lopez. That's why some people think that Subriel is the best matchup for Teo. That might be true. I can see that happening. Trump says it's hard to match up Teo. You never know which exactly. He's so inconsistent, right? Nah, me neither. I don't. I personally don't lose any sleep over me neither. Me neither. Nah. What for? You know. Um, yeah, I mean, and on top of all that, of all the capping that Jay Will was saying and all that, yeah, he's so inconsistent. I mean, the Tio that showed up against Josh Taylor, and the Tio that showed up against what's the other one? I keep forgetting one of his best for performances. Ain't the same dude that the one that showed up against Cambosos or even Steve Clackett. Okay, so um, and he don't know how to cut off the ring. He don't know that. So yeah, that's for damn sure. No, I don't lose any sleep over him either. I'm with you there, Trump. So yeah, Melvin Jerusalem edges past Yakowa Kuse, retains WBC strawweight crown. Okay, the green belt. It wasn't an easy fight to score, but Philippines Jerusalem 25-3 with 12 KOs made the third defense against the Gamely Kuse effort. Okay, seeing two judges had it 116, 112. 8-4, and another one saw it 115, 113, 7-5. Okay. Securing world title unifications must be the priority for Jerusalem in 2026, potentially an all Filipino fight with IBF belt holder Pedro Taduran, who's 19-4 and one draw with 13 KOs. Next, after his own points win over a courageous Christian Balunan. Yeah, he fought like 3 days earlier, right? Pedro Taduran did, and Collazo fought like a month ago or less versus Jason Bison. Okay, so uh, yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. Go ahead and see each other, and whoever comes out of that can have two belts against the other two belt holder. Oscar Collazo for all the marbles. For all the marbles, okay? Because let's be honest here, you got to move up at some point, right? But yep, this guy that he fought, Siakowa Kuse, was a pretty good fighter. Southpaw hit him a bunch of times, but yeah, Jerusalem did a little bit more, in my opinion. Let's Okay, what else we got? Vodkarov says here Noel Mikhailian is determined to take back what's his in immediate rematch with Badu Jack. When is that taking place? With more time to prepare for their immediate rematch, the former WBC Cruiserweight champion is convinced he'll regain his title by beating Jack even easier. December 13. Okay. Their second fight, which the ring first reported would take place on that date in Los Angeles, was officially announced Wednesday. The 12-round rematch between Sweden's Jack, who's 29-3 with 17 KOs, and Germany's Mikhailian, 27-3 with 12 KOs, will headline Championing Mental Health CMH2 rematch season card at Ace Mission Studios. Okay. Jack, 43 years old, won the WBC belt from Mikhailian, 35 years old, by winning a 12-round majority decision on May 3rd on the Canelo Squall undercard in Riyadh, Saudi. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really interested in this rematch, but whatever. Let's have it. Keep Badu Jack busy, and we'll see what happens. Because if you beat him, then you got to do a trilogy, right? That's the logical thing. So once again, Jao Petaya is gonna be left hanging around with his dick in his hand. Because Zurdo ain't gonna fight him. I'd be shocked. The only way that it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. What's gonna take for Virgil to get in the ring with Butan is the same thing that's gonna take Zurdo Ramirez to get in the ring with Jao Petaya, and that's so much money that's been put on by Turkey where you just cannot say no to that. It's Turkey's got to put up so much money for that it's just no way you can say no to it. That's the only way that Zurdo is going to ever get in the ring with Jao Petaya, and that's the only way that Virgil Ortiz is ever going to get in the ring with Butsanis. You heard it here first, okay? Because they know it's a golden boy. They're like, oh yeah, he's a he can be goofy and weird and everything. He knows this game. He's one of the best fighters in boxing history. He knows this game. He knows full well. He can tell you what he wants. In the Club Black Thursday, in the interview here and there, he can tell you what he wants. The fact of the matter is he knows they ain't got a shot in hell beating those dudes. Okay? He might even get dicey against Leuven, low key, okay? I wouldn't put him. Okay? Nevertheless. Okay, what else we got? Going through some news here. Riyadh. Okay, what do we got here? How to watch Mary Spencer versus Michaela Mayer. Tomorrow, okay, October 30th. U.S. broadcast will start at 8 p.m. Canadian broadcast kicks off at 6:30 p.m. Okay. Chris Algieri, there's a video there. Chris Algieri talking about why are so many fighters dealing with mental health issues post career. Yeah, the Ricky Hatton situation was pretty. What's up, Drunk Irishman? What an honor. What an honor to have you here, sir. Everybody subscribe to that man, Drunk Irishman. I've seen him in Bruce Gas. I've seen him in Cast Sports. Real boxing brain right there. Appreciate you, sir. What an honor. Feel free to drop in it, chat, anything you have in your mind, sir. Appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, Josh Taylor is now dealing with mental health issues and everything. We're pulling for you, brother. We're pulling for you. Get it together. Get some help. Do whatever you need to do, bro. Because this is a real thing, bro. Take it from me. I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a world championship fighter that's retired, but I know that this is a real problem. Rival trainer questions Zach Parker's ability to test Joshua. Okay. I like this. I'm low key becoming a little interested in this fight with Joshua Watts and Zach Parker. Not for nothing. Okay. It says here Zach Power lacks the power. Zach Parker lacks the power to trouble Joshua Buatsi, according to the trainer of their divisional rival Anthony. Tundi Aya is talking shit again. Let's see. Buatsi and Parker fight on Saturday. Yeah, at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester, England, what represents Buatsi's first contest since his first defeat in February by Callum Smith. That was a great fight, fellas. If you haven't seen that one, go back and watch Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. Great fight. Hey, I appreciate it, Trump. Yeah, that's one of my favorite fighters of all time, Salvador Sanchez, in my opinion, the best Mexican fighter of all time. And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers here. In my opinion, it's between him and Alexis Arguello, the best Hispanic fighter of all time. Now, I'm trying to leave the Puerto Ricans in a box because obviously it's too easy for me to say Tito or Cotto or Benitez or, whomever, all the way down to Sixto Escobar, our first world champion. But this man right here, people say, well, his career got cut short. Yeah, he was in a fatal car crash at age 23, but he had almost 50 wins by then. Could you imagine if this dude had lasted like 10 years more? It wouldn't even be a debate, fellas. If you haven't seen that dude, I would recommend you watch his fight. Definitely go back and watch his fight with Fredo Gomez. But especially watch his fights with Danny Red Lopez and Azuma Nelson. Okay? That's my recommendation. You're gonna see just pure pugilistic beauty out of this man. Okay, Danny Red Lopez. There it is in the chat. You can copy and paste. And Azuma Nelson. Good God Almighty, what a fight that was! And I'm missing a bunch. Okay, but those three, especially the Gomez one, because Gomez was 32-0 with 32 knockouts. That's unheard of in those divisions, fellas. That's like a heavyweight, a super middleweight type record, man. Let's see what else we got here. The 31-year-old Zach Parker is, unlike Buatsi, unbeaten at light heavyweight, having moved up following his only defeat in 2022 against John Ryder at 168 pounds. Anthony Yard, who fights Benavides over in the November 22nd card, had previously been on course to fight the 32-year-old Buatsi. Yeah, how many times did they try to make that fight? Should Buatsi win on Saturday, plans to match them could also be revived in 2026. Yeah, I mean, let's have it, man. Who else is excited for that? Who is excited to still see Anthony Yard versus Joshua Buatsi? I mean, I'm gonna lie. I'm not as interested as I was years ago, but I mean, whatever. If they have it, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yard's trainer, Babat, Tunde Ajayi, regardless, expects him to do so. He not only believes that Parker will struggle to hurt Buatsi, but that Buatsi, despite having been hurt and beaten by Callum Smith, that is, possesses the mental and physical strength to recover from his first defeat. Yeah, I agree with you. For the first time ever, I agree with Tunde Ajayi. Um, Quote says his mentality, he's come from a hard place, unquote. Ajayi told Boxing Scene, I know Ghanaians. They're very tough people. Look at Azuma Nelson. Yeah, for sure. He wasn't the most technical fighter, but what a tough man. Always came up short against technical fighters. Joshua and Callum Smith, the modern day example. Okay. Quote, but he's strong. The people that will give Joshua Buatsi, that is, a run for his money are people that can match him for mental strength. Skill, as we saw with Fabio and Joseph Parker, sometimes doesn't play a part to will, heart, and desire. I fully expect Joshua Buatsi to win that fight. Joshua's proved more, won the British title incredibly quick. For whatever reason, he's just not taking the right chances at the right time because competition gets better. It doesn't get easier. Sometimes a lot of these fighters, not only Joshua Buatsi, are waiting for the right moment and not challenging it. And ultimately, no matter what you achieve a couple months after you're on the next one, after a couple months after you're on to the next one. Okay, I'm sorry. You've got to look yourself in the mirror and take those challenges. Okay, yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying, and I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. That November 22nd card's gonna be so good, bro. Um, what else we got? I mean, We gotta talk about the elephant in the room, right? First of all, it says here, Shaki Foster and Stephen Fulton are set for December 6th. That's gonna be on the undercard of Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz, right? Are they gonna be the co-main, or I think so, right? Well, we'll see. Um, Bakram, okay, finally something on Bakram. Let's see, Bakram Murtazaliev versus Josh Kelly could be heading to Newcastle, England in January. That's what you have to do when you're a champion and nobody wants to fight you because they're a bunch of pussies, you know? You have to go to the. Can you believe this, bro? Can you believe this? Like the champion has to go to the challenger's hometown to fight him. That's how bad it is. And you're the champion. It says here, the long and winding road of bringing IBF 154 champion Bakram Murtazalia back into a boxing ring is nearing a conclusion, with word Tuesday that his team has called off purse bid talks with Josh Kelly and is on the brink of a deal with the UK-based contender. Okay, an official connected to the negotiations told Boxing Scene that Murtazalia versus Kelly is expected to be promoted by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, targeting a fight date near the end of January in the UK, with the zone streaming the bout. Sure. It is likely that the fight will be headed to the northeast of England. Kelly is from Sunderland, and nearby Newcastle is the favorite to host. Yeah. The champion is going to have to go to the challenger's hometown. How sad is that? But hey, man, at least you're fighting. Damn, bro. This is a disgrace, bro. This is a disgrace. Okay, Oshaki Foster, Stephen Fulton set for December 6th. What's up with that? A third date has been assigned to the attractive matchup, which is officially back in play for December 6th. From in Frost Bank Arena, home to the NBA San Antonio Spurs. Okay, the new date, headlined by the Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach WBC 140 title fight, provides a home state title defense for Foster. Okay, finally, who's 23-3 with 12 KOs, a two-time title holder from the greater Houston area. The bout will be his first since he regained the WBC 130 belt from Robson Conceição last November 2 in Verona, New York. Philadelphia's Fulton, 23-1 with 8 KOs, will move up in weight. Yep, as he aims to become a three-division title holder. How about that, huh? 122 champion, 126 champion. Right now, he's a champion of 126, by the way. And now trying 130. How about that, huh? How about that? Forster, Fulton. Yeah, I know. He knew they were going to be the co-main for Thurman. I don't think that fight's going to happen. I don't think Thurman and Fundora is going to happen. I think they're going to, I don't know, they'll find a way to mess that up. Sebastian Fundora ain't interested in fighting anybody with a pulse, fellas. Everybody talking shit about Xander Sayas not fighting anybody. Everybody talking about who else? Jerome Buten is not fighting anybody. What about Sebastian Fundora, fellas? Can anybody tell me? Huh? But anyway, picks for 3 world titles now in line in Mary Spencer versus Michaela Mayer. Jaya Petaya versus Hussein Sin Cara, broadcaster to be announced soon. Okay. Sorry. Okay, what else we got here? Giorgio Visioli fights Joe Howarth in London on December 17. I love it. Lightweight Giorgio Visioli, one of UK's hottest prospects, will headline for the first time as a pro on Wednesday, December 17, when he fights Wigan's Joe Howarth at Indigo at the O2. It was announced today. Okay, earlier this month, made his US. Yeah, he fought on the Boots undercard, right? Boots Lima undercard. 9-0, 6 KO, made his US debut in Philadelphia, stopping James Wilkins in an impressive fashion. And now back at home, he gets ready for an eliminator for the English title. His opponent, Howard, 14 and 1 with 4 KOs, is known as Wigan Warrior and currently managed by popular British heavyweight Dave Allen. Okay. Vicioli from Aldershot said, I want to say a massive thanks to Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith from Natural Boxing for giving me the opportunity to headline at such a young age. It shows the belief they have in me. I'm buzzing to be doing it so close to home, and I can't wait to put on a show. We hope you do, buddy. Shout out to my Italian brother right there, Giorgio Vicioli. I know he's been back and forth with Cormel Moulton, and I forget with who else. We shall see. Uh, Paulie Malignaggi admits the fighting bug is back. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Daniel Moses strives to become boxing's first autistic world champion. Hopefully you do it, buddy. Hopefully you do it. Yeah, we all know that Kid Austin pulled out. How many times has he pulled out again? Is he the pulling out king? Anyway. Um, what else we got? What else we got? Not much. Bam Rodriguez. Jesse Bam Rodriguez feels impressive win over Fernando Puma Martinez helps him climb pound for pound list. No doubt, no doubt, bro. I love me some Bam. Who doesn't like Bam? What's up, Lottery Burden? How you doing, brother? Thurman. This Thurman though, this Thurman. I mean, okay, yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt of Keith Thurman because I'm not gonna lie, his fight versus Sean Porter to me is an unbelievable fight. If you give me a memorable fight, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt all the time for sure. You know, I have sort of like a personal rule with fighters. You know, what's up, bro? God bless for sure. Always great to have you here, my brother. Um, but yeah, I mean, Bam was saying, where is it? Yeah. Jesse Bam Rodriguez respects the 5 fighters ranked ahead of him on the rings pound for pound. Only 5? Hold on. Let me go on a limb and say we got the big 3, right? We got the Usyk, Bud, and oh yeah. So there's 2 more ranked ahead of him. Who are those? Dimitri Bivol gotta be one of them, right? And the other Canelo or Beterbiev, Benavides maybe. Man, I don't know if Bam makes my top 10 pound for pound, right? Is he above Devin Haney? No. Is he above Junto Nakatani? That's a debate. That's a debate. Is he over Arthur Beterbiev? No way. Okay, it says here Terence Crawford number 1, Usyk second, Naoya Inoue third, and Bivol and Beterbiev 4 and 5. Okay. So they they um, they took Canelo's bitch ass out of there. Okay. Excuse my language. Man, Bam, you got Ring Magazine. They got Bam Rodriguez ahead of Devin Haney. They have him ahead of Junto Nakatani. They have him ahead of Canelo Alvarez. They have him ahead of David Benavides. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know if you should have him ahead of Oscar Collazo. But that's a debate. Okay, that's a debate. I love Bam. I love Bam. I don't want to, and even if I don't like him, you get your just due here. You get your respect here for sure. He I don't know. That's a good question, Trump. Why is Bevo ranked pound for pound as he fought? Well, I mean, you can make the same case for Beterbiev then, right? Because I think if you dominate your division, you should be ranked pound for pound. I think. Well, what do you think? Am I wrong here? Because pound for pound, obviously, pound for pound means that if we're all the same size, height, weight, whatever, who wins, right? That's what pound for pound means. But for example, Marvin Hagler never fought outside middleweight. Not that I heard. So should he be excluded from the? If you clean out your division, I think that should say something, right? But I could be wrong. Go ahead and say your piece. I don't know. I don't feel this necessity to obviously be moving up. If you're the man at whatever weight, you're the man. I mean, like, something's to be said about that. That's my opinion. But yeah, if Jesse Van Rodriguez, because that's the thing, beating Puma Martinez doesn't even get you undisputed, right? There's another dude in that division who's a champion, and his name is Willibaldo Garcia. He's gonna fight on that December card that has, Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani and all the rest of them. So you still got one more to go to be undisputed. But hey, I think he's gonna win, man. I don't think anybody's gonna stop Bam Rodriguez. To be honest with you, he's too good, man. But we shall see. Some people disagree, man. I love it. Some people see it as a 50-50. Um, excuse me. Um, all right. It says here, I can't believe I'm covering this, but whatever. It says here, Jake Paul admits he's scared, losing sleep over Gervonta Davis, but promises, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, yeah. I can also make promises. Jake Paul has, I'm not even going to read this. What for? Um, Jer- Jarrell Miller frustrated that Derek Chisora is fighting Dillian White after agreement was made. Jarrell Big Baby Miller, bro. Can you believe it? Mister, I can never pass a drug test, you know? Now, just to be clear, I love Big Baby Miller. I love him on the microphone, especially. He'll put on a show, man. He'll make it rain out there on the microphone, not for nothing. He's verbal. Actually, I gotta show this. I got to show this. Jarrell. His verbal just slaughter of Anthony Joshua is legendary. Trump says Collazo deserves to be in there in my opinion. Yeah. Oh man, the small weight curse is real, bro. Hey, Trump, are you Mexican? Because I was about to say, like, Ricardo Lopez suffered from the same thing. Finito Lopez and Ivan Calderon here in Puerto Rico. I mean, you name it, bro. Like the lower weight curse is as real as a heart attack, bro. Like man, that sucks, man. As if and you know what the bad thing about it, people are saying, oh, you rarely see knockouts down there. Well, guess what, bro? Collazo has stopped his last three opponents. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oscar Collazo has stopped his last three opponents in a row. Knockout Sifi Freshmark. Then you had Edwin Cano, and then you had Jason Vason. Okay. Knockout Sifi Smart, knockout CP Freshman from Thailand, Edwin Cano from Mexico, and Jason Vason from Philippines. Okay, so miss me with that crap if we never see any whatever. Um, okay, let me. This is too fun. This is too fun. Give me a second. I'm gonna put the. Here it is. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Nah, you ain't gonna do nothing, buddy. Oh my God, Jarrell Baby Miller, man. Trump says Inoue is an exception, but he's a KO artist. If he boxes like Iron, oh my gosh, yeah. If he just outbox you like Ivan Iron Boy Calderon did, yeah, nobody would notice. Look at Chocolatito. Look at freaking yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It sucks, man. Because I mean, they'll come up with some stupid one-liner like, "Oh, I'm not interested in 105, 105 pound men." Like that's supposed to be like the joke of the year or something like that. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to watch him if you don't want to. Okay, but I gave him a shot, and I'm telling you to give him a shot. Okay, like I was that idiot back in the day. For whatever reason, I just was never interested in the smaller weights. But now you know, now I grew up. You know, let me let me share my screen because this is just too funny, bro. Jarrell Big Baby Miller's verbal slaughter of Anthony AJ Joshua. 1 second. 1 second. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. Yeah.
don't know for a fact that AJ don't want no smoke with Deontay.
Shut the fuck.
And even though
Start with me, you know.
even though
Miller, don't start with me.
even though
You know, I'll come over there and
listen,
slap you, and I see you brought your mum here
I almost
again.
kick your ass last
I
time.
see you brought your mum
I
here
almost
again because you
my
need a
mom
rent
went.
paid.
Boy, shut up. You're
Don't
not built
forget
like
that.
that. But like I was saying, we all know that AJ don't want no
Clown.
smoke with Deontay. As much as I like Deontay, I know Deontay will put them off in the grave. So I'm make it easy for you. Either you can fight Deontay and go to the grave, or fight me and go to the hospital. I don't know for a fact that AJ don't want.
Oh, what a thing of beauty, man. I appreciate it, Trump. I appreciate you. I never get tired of seeing that shit, man. I'm telling you. Not for nothing, bro. It's, you know what? It kind of sucks that he can never pass a fucking drug test, right? Because his build-ups, bro, alone will be like, holy shit, man. Can you imagine Big Baby Miller versus Derek Chisora? Can you imagine the build up? Even the big babies, right? The Big Baby Miller versus Jared Big Baby Anderson. Even that one will be hella. I mean, that would be interesting. And that's holy hell, bro. Give me one. And, oh yeah. Let me show you this crap. Yeah, let me show you this crap. Let me show you this. Yeah, I agree, Larry Bird. I agree. When it's all said and done, in the power department, AJ is definitely the one with the upper hand. Because Big Baby Miller, he will bulldoze you, but he don't have the power like that. And he's right there to be hit, obviously. So this actually might be a pretty favorable matchup for AJ, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Miller don't deserve it anymore, man. You don't go through a whole build up to find out that you pop 30, and who's gonna give you the time of the day again? I mean, it might happen, I guess, but I wouldn't, lose any sleep over it either. Let me share my screen because this was good. This is about 2.5 minutes, okay? Share screen, audio. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Here it is.
You're not on my level. I don't need to address you, bro.
Leave it. They're looking for
I don't need to address you, bro. You're not on...
Now, here's my problem with that statement, right? He's saying what the heck is that? I don't know. He's saying you're not on my level. You're not on my level. Oh yeah, me too. Me too, LB. Oh yeah, me too, Laurie Burton. Absolutely. I would. Yeah, the battle of the big babies. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see Miller versus Chisora. To be honest with you, I kind of want to see Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Derek Chisora. But Miller versus Anderson will be awesome, bro. Honestly. But AJ's statement right there, he's saying you're not on my level. Now, is that wrong? Probably not. But here's here's my problem with it. You fought Hellenius. You fought Otto Wallin. You fought Francis Ngannou, okay? And you fought Jermaine Franklin. That's 4 names that are clearly not on your level. So what is this whole thing of...
You're not on my level.
Well, what does that mean? So Jermaine Franklin was in your level. Was Francis Ngannou in your level? Okay, Otto Wallen. Let's say he gave Tyson Fury a pretty good fight. Whatever. Okay, let's leave him out of the picture, even though I don't want to. But okay, if you want to leave him out, leave him out. Whatever. But you fought Jermaine Franklin, you fought Francis Ngannou, and you fought Robert Helenius. So those three, if no one else, okay, those three are clearly not in your level, bro. So what is? You're not on my level. You know, better angle AJ is to go with the drug with the drug cheating, with the popping dirty shit. That's a better angle for you, but not on my level. I can't pull that accent off. I'm sorry.
I don't need to address you, bro. Leave it. They're looking for fight. I don't need to address you, bro. You're not on my level, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my somewhere wrong.
I love Big Baby Miller, bro. How can you not?
I'm on my somewhere wrong. On my somewhere wrong.
On my son, we're on. Did you hear that? Did you hear? Hold on.
I'm on my somewhere wrong. On my somewhere wrong.
On my son, we're on. Okay, I heard that.
Okay.
And you know where I'm going when I beat one.
Where you going after that? Let me hear. Where's that? Where's that? No. It can't be. It's boxing, baby.
Somewhere bigger.
No. Don't say that, bro. Where's next? What's
right
next?
now you're not on my radar.
Listen, nobody gives in America.
I'm not worried about
It's about fighting, bro. It's about fighting, bro. It's about fighting. It's a fighter. Who's there? Tyson and Deontay. That's it. So who's you gonna fight after that?
Let me focus on
No. Okay, I said that.
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. He never fought either of them, and Tyson Fury fought 3 times against Wilder. While this chump right here was fighting, somebody else. He never fight him. Listen, fight him 1 time. Fight Wilder once, especially this Wilder right now. You actually might beat Wilder right now. You actually might. Back in the day, bro, he would end your career. Everybody knows that. He gotta thank his lucky stars that Andy Ruiz whooped his ass. Okay, because if he would have beaten Andy Ruiz, he would have fought Deontay Wilder, and he would have gotten slept badly, bro. That's my opinion. If you feel differently, feel free to write it. But prime Deontay Wilder would decapitate AJ, in my opinion. And Tyson Fury beats him any time they fight. Tyson Fury beats him, in my opinion. But that's fine. I mean, somebody got to be third.
No. We're talking. You said bigger picture: Tyson or Deontay. We ain't gonna fight Deontay. You be scared of him.
That's right, bro. He's saying all facts. That's why you see he getting worked up. You're not gonna fight Deontay. He knows it. I know it. Everybody, you know it too, bro.
You're not gonna fight him, bro. Because
That's what you would do.
Why do they beep all this shit? God damn, we're grown ass men here.
Day one, bro. Ask him if we meet.
That's what you would do.
You know how many times I want to fight Deontay and he said no? He never would fight me? How many times I told Deontay that? Come on, bro.
But that's between you.
Come on, bro. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about
Look
you.
at my record.
I've been knew you, bro.
Who have I done?
What do you mean have you not done? I'm not saying
I
when you
was
done.
gonna fight you.
Hey, and Andy,
That's what I'm saying.
Andy smoked you.
And Andy did smoke you, but they're 1-on-1. That's fine. He got that one back. I gotta give AJ that one. He got that one back.
Smoked him. I'm gonna smoke Andy. I was smoking. Ain't worry about Andy.
I
want you.
By the way, I do think that Miller beat Andy Ruiz, not for nothing. I know that ended as a draw, whatever. I think that was last year, but not for nothing. I do think that Miller beat Andy Ruiz. Laurie Burns says Franklin. Yeah, bro. Like he's telling Jarrell Big Baby Miller that he's not on his level, but he goes and fight Jermaine Franklin, fucking Francis Ngannou, and Robert Helenius, and he fought Robert Helenius after Wilder decapitated him. Okay, so let's be clear here. This is one of the reasons why I'll never like AJ. He talks out of both sides of his mouth, and he's saying, "Did you see where he says right there he's gonna fight either Wilder or Tyson Fury?" We're still waiting, buddy. We're still waiting, and that was a year ago. Okay, this was a year ago. Okay, I mean, obviously Daniel Dubois knocked him out, face down and ass up, but shit happens, bro.
I want you.
That's what I'm saying.
I want you. No. Ain't about being on your radar.
I don't want you.
I'm in the top 5.
I don't want you.
Okay, so you don't want me, bro? It's all good. Come
cares?
on, bro.
Who cares? I stand on
You
my own.
just
You
talking
worried
about
about
London.
who
You
you're
just talking
about.
about me
I stand
coming.
10 toes on
You
my
just
own,
said
bro.
come to London, bro. You're not in
You
London,
ain't
bro.
been to London.
I've been to London.
States, Saudi.
No. What
UK.
part of states you been?
I'm on a different
Man,
level.
you not
That's
on
what I
that,
wanted to
bro.
tell
We
you
ain't
when I
talking
see
about
you.
different level,
Me
bro.
and you are not on the
Boxing
same
is
level.
boxing, bro.
Me and you are not on the same level. And where you are,
Me and you are not on the same what? Hold on. What the fuck is he saying?
you are not on the
Boxing
same
is
level.
boxing, bro.
On the same. Fuck. People are talking at the same time. God damn it. Anybody know what AJ is saying? You and me are not on the same what?
That's what I wanted to tell
We
you
ain't
when I
talking
see
about
you.
different level,
Me and
bro.
you are not on the
Boxing
same
is
level.
boxing, bro.
I think it's level. I think he's saying I'm not on the same level.
Me and you are not on the same level. And
Yeah.
You don't
Me and you are not on the same level. So you and Robert Hellenius were on the same level? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Wilder's done. He still won't fight him though, because he knows if that right hand finds his chin, it's over with. But yeah, Wilder's done.
want to fight. If you don't want to
I
fight,
don't need to fight.
Oh, I forgot to put the freaking. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me now. Give me a second. I gotta put this freaking thing here. Oh boy. See, I'm always forgetting shit. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting things. There it is. Disclaimer, copyright, all rights go to, whoever has the channel. I think it's Sky Sports Boxing. Let me put the banner here. Okay, there's the banner. No, this is educational purposes only. No copyright infringement is intended, all that good stuff. Okay, it's in the banner right there on the bottom. Okay, just some, covering my backside here. Okay, let's go again. Share screen. Okay. So, Lottery, let me ask you something, Lottery Burden, or anybody in the chat that's here. What do you want to see more? Actually, how do you do this freaking. Oh, shoot. How do you do like the survey and shit like that? Give me a second. I used to know it, now not so much. Let me do the. Yeah. Initiate survey. Yeah. Who do you want to see Jarrell Miller fight next? Chisora, Wilder, Anderson, someone else. Okay? 4 options. Okay, feel free to vote. Who do you want to see? There ain't no money. Rory Burns says there ain't no money fighting Miller yet. AJ got the bag already being champ before. Yeah, I mean that never seemed to be an issue for him though, because you can't tell me that there was money in Jermaine Franklin. Now I can see money in Ngannou. Okay, I can see money in Francis Ngannou. He came off of that Fury debacle where Fury didn't even train a day for him, and that's on him. Okay, that's on Fury. Bro. I can't defend that. As much as I like me some Gypsy King, bro, I can't defend that, bro. But like I can see money in Ngannou. Okay, I can see that because he's coming from the UFC with all of the lights, decapitating people with some highlight reel KOs and the Alistair Overeem knockout, the Stipe Miocic knockout. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? The Jairzinho Rosenstruck knockout. I mean, some serious highlight reel KOs for Mr. Ngannou. So yeah, there's definitely money in Ngannou, in the Ngannou fight. So I'm gonna leave him out of there for the sake of that. But come on, Robert Hellenius and Jermaine Franklin, what money was that? Now I get that's why I tell AJ, your angle here is not that we're not on the same level. The angle here is that you can't pass a drug test. That's the that's the angle here with Jarrell Big Baby Miller because he's too slick for that. He knows which way to go. Like he ain't gonna fall for that, bro. He gonna cook your ass. Exactly. But don't tell me that we're not on the same level. Listen, that might be true and all, but the problem is you got a track record of fighting people that are not on your level. That's the problem. AJ got a real track record of fighting people that are not on his level, and not necessarily fighting those who are. Yeah, he fought Usyk twice. Yeah, he fought Dillian White. He fought freaking Daniel Dubois. He fought. I get it, but the fight to make was you and Wilder and you versus Tyson Fury. Those were the two fights that people wanted to see. Did I want to see the Dubois fight? Sure, sure. Let's have it, no problem. But the ones that we really wanted to see are two names, and we all know who those are: Wilder and Fury. Now, in that triangle, Wilder and Fury saw each other not once, not twice, but three times. You haven't been in the ring not one time against either of those gentlemen. Something wrong with that picture, bro. Something wrong with that picture. I'm sorry. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Um, but what else we got? Let's see. We got one vote, Anderson. Okay, so that's probably lottery bird. Okay, I got you. You want to see the Anderson fight more than any? Um, Man, I'm between Anderson and Chisora. I'm not gonna lie. I'm between Anderson and Chisora. Um, Good options though. All good options. Wilder, nah. Wilder just because they got beef, right? They got some serious beef, but nah, I'm really interested in that. Wilder, if he's gonna fight, it's gotta be either Francis Ngannou or maybe Andy Ruiz. Oh, and let me ask you something. I forgot to put Andy Ruiz in there because they had a draw. LB, do you want to see them run it back? Miller and Ruiz. Are you interested in that? Maybe Miller versus Ruiz too. Maybe or not so much. Moses Itama. Oh man, not right now though. Now I need Moses to at least, and when I tell you at least, bro, it's really at least. I need Moses Atama to get me at least one more before we even consider those dudes. Who I think Philip Hergovich is the obvious choice. You know, no, you want it straight up, man. I mean, I think Moses Atama is the goods, man. I do think Moses Atama is the goods, but I just gotta see a little bit more. He's 20 years old, man. There's no need to rush anything. I know you want to get your Mike Tyson was a heavyweight champion at 20 years old, and you got that thing going on. But bro, Mike Tyson is 1-1, fellas. Mike Tyson's 1-1. Forget about that, man. Some records are not necessarily made to be broken. I know that's a very cute line to throw around, but some of them are actually not meant to be broken, in my opinion. Um, let's see what else you got. Trash Talk said. Uh, who beat White? AJ, yeah, AJ, not for nothing, had a highlight reel KO of Dillian White. And this is when Dillian White was still Dillian White. Okay, I'll give AJ his flowers. He fought and beat because that whole thing between him and Dillian White that was that Dillian White beat him in the amateurs, right? Dillian White beat him in the amateurs. He had his number. He had this. He had that. That whole build-up was awesome, right? And then AJ pulled a highlight reel uppercut knockout of Dillian White. Let me. AJ KO White. Let me show this to you guys because this is worth watching. Woo. I just want to see if this is the right one. Oh, there it is. Woo-hoo. Yeah, that's a highlight reel KO. Let me show this to you guys. Let me show this treat to you guys. Oh, okay, yeah. Moses did it. Yeah. But Moses, I mean, to be fair, bro, Moses beat the scraps of Dillian White. We all know this. He was coming off of a really, how do I put this diplomatically? He was coming off of a underwhelming performance against Ebenezer Tete. What's his name? I think African heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken. That was a pretty underwhelming performance by Dillian White. So it was pretty clear that Dillian White was over the hill. Now, is that, that's just the natural course of things. When Manny Pacquiao was coming up, he went through old Eric Morales, he went through old Marco Antonio Barrera. This is the natural course of things. So I'm not putting that on Moses, but that win to me didn't really. It's like, okay, let me put it to you this way. It's like the Kid Austin win versus Tevin Farmer. I can't really put that much stock into it. I can't. He got to show me one more, at least one more. And they're so young too. Like there's no, in my opinion, feel free to disagree, of course. Where was I? Oh, okay, here it is. Look at this. This is a highlight reel KO, fellas. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
Look at those legs. Joshua's got all day to try and get this finished if he can. Can White somehow weather this storm? Get through this. Another big right hand. Joshua looks like he's in no rush. He's playing the matador in there at the moment.
There it is.
Watching him with a huge right uppercut. White is down, and I'm not sure he's getting up from that.
This is over, Nick. He's not getting up. No way.
Waved off immediately. Way to go. Look at those legs. Joshua's got all day to try and get.
He took a nasty fall. Yeah, let me.
Tomorrow.
Don't jinx it just yet.
Oh yeah, a long way to go. But who would have believed this? Yeah. Do not adjust your set. Round 7. We never ask for a scorecard from Jim Watt when Anthony Joshua is working. There's our first one ever. Joshua in control, but far from comfortable.
And we're only halfway through.
It's actually not accurate in the scorecard. I actually have given White 2 rounds. I think we need to adjust that. I'll give White, obviously the round where he hurt.
Nice shot by AJ, bro.
Is this the breakthrough? White looking to hold on.
This time he is holding, unlike he did in round 1.
Rocked by that big right hand. Joshua looking to size him up. Gets another right hand through. White looking to try and hold. Lands a right hand of his own. Terrific response again from White.
He's in shape. I tell you, to get through all this stuff, he's in shape.
Incredible that White is still there. Joshua not letting him off the hook. Howard Foster having a close look now.
You can see he's looking for that uppercut.
As long as White touches fire once in a while,
Which he is doing. But
Foster
look at the
can't
legs.
stop it.
There's a grin from White, but the legs are betraying him.
Very nasty fall right there into the ropes. Actually, thankfully, the ropes were there because otherwise he would have smacked his head on the canvas. Really nasty. He's out of there, bro. That's a highlight reel KO. That was in my list of most ferocious KOs in boxing history, for sure. Laurie Burden says, right, so Moses should go get Miller or AJ now. Torres. I do like Torres. I do like the Torres fight. I do have Torres as one of those when I was talking about possible opposition for Moses Itama at this point of his career. To me, the logical ones are either Philip Hergovich or Richard Torres. I can see. What about Makhmudov? What do you think about Arslan Makhmudov, Laurie Burden? I know he's trying to get his ass whooped by AJ, but he's coming off a win against Dave Allen. Okay, I mean, it's a win. It's a win. But I think that's a pretty good matchup for Itama. I'm gonna throw Arslan, but actually, let me do another survey while we're at it. Let me do another survey. Let me finish the. Okay, 2 votes. Everybody for Anderson. Okay, so everybody wants Anderson. versus Miller next. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I'm right there between Chisora and Anderson, so you can pretty much flip a coin there. But who do you want to see Moses Petama fight next? Now, I'm going to put AJ because my boy Lottery Burton put him in there. So just Miller as well. Okay. Hergovic, Torres. Oh man, no other options? Oh shoot. I was hoping to put like 5 options there. Only 4. AJ, Miller, Hergovic, Torres. AJ is not really in the picture, right? Let me switch up AJ for Makhmudov. Makhmudov, Miller, Hergovic, Torres. If it's somebody else, put it in the chat. If none of those make sense to you, say in the chat, none of those. I prefer whoever next. I don't know. Let's say that you want the winner of Fraser Clark and TKB, or I don't know, somebody else. I'm trying to think, maybe Frank Sanchez. Maybe you want somebody else, but if you want somebody else, put it in the chat. I don't have the 5th option here to put somebody else. Got Makhmudov, Miller, Hergovic, and Torres. There it is. What do you want to see Moses Tama fight next? Laurie Burns says Makhmudov is a beast. Do you think so? I mean, I'm not sure, bro. He got his ass handed to him by Caballel, by Guido Vianello. I mean, I know not too much shame in either of those losses. I mean, Caballel is an interim champion as we speak, and Vianello just picked up a win. He had a very, very underwhelming performance against Richard Torres, but whatever. But who you want to see more? Like, you got to pick one, right? I mean, obviously you have to pick one, but you got to pick one of those 4. Who are you picking? Because Miller don't have a fight yet. Makhmudov don't have a fight yet. Torres, as I understand, don't have a fight yet. And who's the other one that I put in? Oh, Hergovic. Hergovic don't have a fight. The main reason why I say Hergovic, LB, is that they fought literally on the same night. Hergovic fought Adelaide, I think it was, and Moses Itama fought Dillian White. So could Chisora be an option for Moses Itama? No, I don't think that makes sense. Caballel is he really is a beast killer, isn't he? For sure. Like my boy Dr. Boxing Talk always says, a jit is legit, baby. Yes, he is. For sure. Since we're on Caballel, who do you want to see Caballel with next, bro? I know he's calling out Dubois, but I think Caballel versus Usyk is the one that we all want to see, but yeah, we know that's probably not happening. So Caballel versus Fabio Wardley, I do like Caballel versus Dubois. I'm not gonna lie, I do like that fight a lot, fellas. I do, definitely do. Let's go to the schedule. We know that tomorrow we got Mary's. Tomorrow also in that, that's going to be on Punching Grades, okay? For the USA, it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Mary Spencer versus Michaela Mayer. Co-main event is Wilkins Matthew versus Shaquille Finn. And then we have Arthur B. Arslanov. People are very high on that kid versus Sergey Lipinets. How about Sergey Lipinets, bro? A grizzled veteran, huh? How about it? On Friday, we have boxing over in Argentina. Ivan Actis versus Ariel Lopez. That begins at 8 p.m. That's going to be in ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes. Saturday, we got Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker. Co-main event is Bradley Rhea versus Lyndon Arthur. And we also have Leon Cameron, who fought Ben Whitaker twice, versus Troy Jones. That's going to be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be broadcasted in the Zone. Okay. And also on Saturday, we're not done yet. We got two more on Saturday. We have over in Orlando, Florida, we have a heavyweight showdown with Lenier Perot versus Jordan Thompson. We have what the heck is this? It says Omari Jones versus to be announced. I mean, okay. Anyway, that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's over in the zone as well. Lenier Perot is the heavyweight from, I believe, Cuba. Okay. And also on Saturday, we have Rashidi Speedy Ellis versus Javier El Abejon Fortuna. That's going to be in Connecticut. That begins at 6 p.m. Laurie Burns says, I think Warriors Javier. Interesting. I love that. Yeah, and to be honest with you, Usyk is probably not on the table, sadly. So the only two fights that make sense for Caballero is either Fabio Wardley or Daniel Dubois. I don't see anything else. You know. Yeah, that's probably the what makes sense here. What else we got? I was gonna do the comebacks, but I'm so tired, bro. Let's see what else we got. Schedule. Oh yeah, November 7th. That's the pro box card. Yes, sir. Nicholas Flas versus Delonte Tiger Johnson. That's gonna be a banger, fellas. Obviously, that's on next Friday, November 7th. And the 8th, we all know we got Virgil versus Erickson Lubin. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm rooting for Erickson Lubin, fellas. I'm saying, would I bet on it? Hell no. But I, I do favor Erickson Lubin, okay? And we'll see, man. We will see. Um, I don't like the boots and his hate that's been going on, fellas. I don't like it. I don't. Um, Canelo was 40-0 when he started fighting people that you actually know who they are, fellas. That's a reality. Saul Canelo Alvarez was 40-0. Actually, let me look him up. Canelo box rec. Okay, because they're getting in Jaron Boots Ennis' ass, right? And listen, does he deserve a little bit of it? I guess. But when you're just coming into a division, bro, Virgil fought fucking Frederick Lawson, and then he fought Thomas Lorman. So give me a break here, okay? He's 35-0. He's entering his prime now at 28. So he's being smart, bro. He know what division he's in, okay? Canelo. Let's take a look at Canelo. When he fought Shane Mosley, okay, he was. Why don't they number the fucking fights, bro? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. 40th fight was Kermit Cintron. Now, before Kermit Cintron, he fought Alfonso Gomez, Matthew Hatton, who's Ricky Hatton's brother, Lovamore Endo, who got his ass whooped by Tito Trinidad with 11 losses, okay? Carlos Baldomir with 12 losses, and Jose Miguel Cotto, who was 31-1 because he was Miguel Cotto's brother, more talented one, but such a head case, bro. Don't even get me started on that guy. So he's 40-0. His 40th fight was Kermit Cintron, who's a dangerous fighter, but very limited. Okay, and then he got an old over the hill Shane Mosley for his 41st fight. His 41st fight was against an over the hill Sugar Shane Mosley. 42nd fight was a very undersized Josecito Lopez. And his 43rd fight was Austin Trout, 26-0. And then he got his ass whooped by Floyd. So his Canelo was 41-0. I'm sorry, 40-0 before he started fighting people, and not even in their primes. Okay, Austin Trout, yeah, he was in his prime. That was his 43rd fight. 41st fight was an over the hill Shane Mosley with 7 losses. Okay, so Jerron Butsen is 35-0 with 31 KOs. Oh, when is he gonna? Yeah, that's gonna happen shortly, fellas. He's calling for the Virgil fight. He's calling for it right now. That now is the time. Now you're entering your prime. He's 28 years old. Now you're ready. That's when you do this thing. Watch Moses Itama. Watch Moses Itama. If they keep ranking him number 1 and number this and number 1, watch him get wrecked by one of these dudes. Watch it. Okay, you gotta pump the brakes a little bit with these young guns. Okay, just a little bit. I'm not saying you gotta wait until you're 28. Okay, I'm not saying that, but just wait until you know that you're ready. How do you beat a no, okay, I'll give you this. Nobody ever did Dillian White like that in round 1. Nobody. Not AJ, not Tyson Fury, not Povetkin. Okay, now nobody did Dillian White like that. But come on, bro. Like, we all saw that was the corpse of Dillian White, bro. And that's fine. That's the natural course of things. But don't tell me that you go right from there all of a sudden to fight a Fabio Wardley or a freaking. I mean, I think he beat Fabio Wardley right now. Fabio Wardley is a real life Rocky story, fellas. Fabio Wardley shouldn't be where he's at right now. The reality of the situation is Fabio Wardley should have lost against Justice Huni. We all know this. He threw a Hail Mary, it became a touchdown. And we all celebrated like crazy, and we all know nobody wants to be the asshole. Nobody wants to say it, but you were getting your ass handed to you every second of every minute of that fight until that right hand came to fruition. If that right hand doesn't happen, you lose 10-0. I think it was a 10 rounder. You lose 10-0 if that overhand. Okay, let's say I can't remember. Was that a 12 rounder? Give me a second. I can't remember now if the Justice Huni fight was a 10 rounder or a 12 rounder. One second. Justice Huni win. Okay, but are you good? Forget it. Fabio Wardley versus Justice Huni. This is on the yeah. Okay, it was at round 10 of 12, right? One sec. Let's see. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't round, but it was a 12 rounder. Okay, so it was a 12 rounder. One punch can change any fight, though. Yes, it can. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's part of the reason why we love boxing so much. Because you don't have that luxury in other sports, right? Like, let's say that you're down 10 points in basketball, 2 seconds left. There's no way that one shot can tie the game. It's not possible. If you're down 9 runs in baseball, there's no 8-run home run. So yeah, for sure, that's one of the reasons why we love boxing, LB. But I'm just emphasizing the fact that Fabio Wardley is a real life Rocky story. Because if you watch the Rocky fights, really he should have gotten his ass handed to him in the first. And I know it's a movie, okay, but just give me some rope here, huh? In reality of the situation is if he got handpicked by Apollo Creed by his name. You remember it says it's the name, bro. It's the Italian style. It's the name. He was going through all the bunch of pictures of dudes, and he selected that dude. He could have easily selected another one. So off of that, he became a legend. Yeah, this is a movie, but it can happen in real life, and it's happening to Fabio Wardley. Because everybody, including me, I don't know if everybody, but most people that I talked to, including myself, had Parker winning. So some, including me, thought that he didn't deserve a fight with Parker. But, I mean, who cares what we think? We all saw what happened. And props to Fabio Wardley, bro, for real. But yeah, I do think Mositama beats Fabio Wardley right now. I just wouldn't necessarily make the fight right now. You know, get your stripes first, young man. Get your stripes in the battlefield. You know. Um, but listen, if you want to do it, because listen, with all that being said, I think Mositama is the goods. Okay, I think he probably meet with Terra Moana at a championship at one point. I mean, I'm not so sure on Terra Moana yet, but I do like what I'm seeing. Um, but um, but yeah, what I've seen so far from Moses Thomas is pretty damn good, fella. I'm not gonna lie. I do see that he is the goods. I can't deny that. But we'll see. We'll see, because he was supposed to fight somebody, and that fell through. Mositama, right? He was supposed to fight. Oh no, I'm sorry. They say Fraser Clark and TKV got postponed. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that whole thing plays out. But what other thing do we have to talk about? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the comebacks tomorrow or something like that, because I just wanted to like chop it up for a while, you know. I mean, okay, so let me think about okay, so Chavez and Meldrick Taylor comes to mind. Laurie Burden. Let me try to see some fights where one punch. Oh, Randall Bailey versus Mike Jones. Oh my goodness. Yes, he said Moana. Terra Moana, just like most. I think Terra Moana is a little greener, just a tad bit greener. But yeah, I do like what I'm seeing too. Terra Moana and Mositama can be a hell of a fight in like 3 years' time or something like that. Okay, Terra Moana versus Mositama for sure. Yeah, yep. Kind of like an Abdullah Mason versus Kid Austin type thing, or we can go on and on, right? Yeah, but I do like me some Terra Moana too. Moses a little ahead though, to be clear. Most Tom is a little. I mean, Terra Moana, fucking. I'm sorry. Terra Moana is a little greener than most of Tom. I'm sorry. I struggle with that name. Aircraft Carrier, how you doing, brother? It's an honor to have you, bro. God bless you. Oh, you're talking about John Jackson. John Jackson, I think is his name. Yeah, that was a highlight reel KO by Andy Lee, bro. Yes. Yeah, it was. Actually, let me show you that one. Yeah, let me show you that one. That's worth seeing. Amazing knockout, fellas. Yeah, John Jackson is his name. Is he Julian Jackson's son? Hold on. Is John Jackson? I didn't know that. Julian the Hawk Jackson's son? Really? Damn. John Jackson, Box Rec, Virgin Island Box. Interesting. Awesome. Family. John Jackson is the brother of light heavyweight boxer. Oh, Julius. Oh, and the son of boxer Julian. Oh man, I didn't know that, bro. Damn, I didn't know that. He is the son of Okay, he's not Julian Jackson Jr., but he's the son of. Okay, man. I just learned something today, courtesy of the aircraft carrier. Appreciate it, man. It's good, bro. Andy was, yeah. He was getting his ass handed to him pretty much. Andy Lee was. I'm going to show you that knockout right away. That's worth seeing. It is worth seeing. That's for damn sure. Let me show you this, courtesy of the aircraft carrier. My brother right there. Share screen. This was a really bad knockout, because you can tell he never saw the shot coming, which is why he collapsed the way that he did. Not to mention Andy Lee got power as it is, right? But watch this. Pay attention.
Tonight, as a matter of fact, Willie Nelson's a guy with that.
Great Emmanuel Stewart would rave about Andy Lee.
He wouldn't rave about the way he took that right hand.
There's the knockdown you were saying. Round 1, man. HBO, man. Who else misses that logo?
He's down right now. Is not translated on the highest level.
These are vicious right-hand shot.
He's Andy Lee missed with a wild looping overhead, get countered by a right hook right on the button that laid him slap out. I mean, he recovered from the punch, which was extraordinary, but these are the type things you look for when you see a guy go down in weight. His ability to absorb the punch that he once absorbed.
That's a beautiful punch, fellas. Beautiful punch.
As a middleweight or a higher weight class division guy. The Crump Gym, you can dominate the world. Took a better punch as a middleweight than he does a junior middleweight.
Who do we see him against, Jim? Was it McEwen? When he was having a...
And ultimately simply broke him down.
Well, that also maybe beat Chavez in a lot of people's minds. An underrated fighter. Ooh, good action here.
Flush on the jaw of Andy Lee. This one did knock him down, though.
In this ring.
It wasn't exactly in the jaw, but I'm not about to argue with Roy.
Good, which was his victory over Craig.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. But as a middleweight, like I said,
Man, he's getting his ass handed to him, Carrier. I feel you, bro.
oh, good uppercut by Jackson.
Another right hand lands. Body shot almost knocks Lee through the ropes.
Here it comes, fellas. Pay attention. Nasty knockout incoming.
Jackson's power is simply devastating.
Man, what a nasty, nasty check right hook right there. Let me slow this thing down.
Through the ropes.
Now watch John Jackson's head as he goes into his own right hand. Andy Lee goes into the right check hook. Remember, this is orthodox against southpaw, so he doesn't see the right hand coming, and that's part of the problem.
Jackson's power.
See? Andy Lee waiting for him.
Is simply
Oh, God. He ran straight into that shot. That's the worst part about it. He went into the shot.
devastating lead. And there's a perfect right hand counter off the ropes.
Yeah, stop the fighting immediately, bro. Yep. You didn't see that before, Laurie Bird? Bro, that was nasty, man. Let me know if you want me to show it to you again, okay? That was a serious knockout, yeah. Scary knockout, yes, sir. Hey, thank you for reminding me of that, Kerry. That's a perfect, because we were talking about how Laurie Burton was saying, I mean, everything he says is very interesting, but he was saying that, one punch can change any fight, though. And that's so true. And that's why we love boxing so much. Not every sport has that, right? And I was talking about Chavez versus Melder Taylor, and I was thinking, and then you came with this brilliant Andy Lee versus John Jackson KO. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I recommend that because it came, what was it, round 5, was it? Yeah, round 5, and it was a darn good fight, LB. It was a hell of a good whoa, yeah. Yeah, you see how he collapsed, right? That was bad, bro. That was bad. Never seen. Oh, I forgot about Dimitri Pirog versus Danny Jacobs. I mean, Dimitri Pirog was winning that fight, so I guess that doesn't count. But Randall Bailey versus Mike Jones is the one that I remember more vividly, because Randall Bailey was one of those grizzled veterans that could punch, but not much else. That was another real nasty one, guys. Let me show this one to you. If anybody has seen this before, this was a real nasty uppercut knockout. This made my list of most ferocious knockouts in boxing history. Let me show you this. Watch closely. This was a super nasty knockout as well. Mike Jones was the up-and-coming, Randall Bailey, the grizzled veteran. Pay attention. Round 11, guys, okay?
But I don't think he's willing to take that risk.
Oh!
He may not make it up from that. Now he's going to get up.
No, he's not, Jim Lampley.
Big trouble. Big
No
trouble.
way. No way. Because the problem is, he went into the shot. You see that? That's the problem of dipping your head like that, bro. They cut you with an uppercut, they're taking your head off your shoulders. Hang on a second. Let me slow this thing down. Watch this. Pay attention. Watch how he dips his head and wham! Oh, bro, like nah, that was bad. Yeah, I remember that fight as if it was yesterday. I was so happy for Randall Bailey, bro. Oh, you remember that one? Okay, got you, LB, got you. How about you, Carrier? You saw that one? Um, let's see what else we got. This is a very good topic. One punch that changed the fight. I mean, obviously Foreman Moorer, right? We all know that one. Big George Foreman versus Michael Moorer. Um, shit. I was gonna do the comebacks. You know that we got James. I'm not gonna spoil it. um, I know there's a bunch more. Let me think. Obviously, we just went through the Fabio Worley versus Justice Honey. Usyk value. Usyk was beating the shit out of him, so that doesn't really count. You know what? Canelo and Khan, maybe? Because Khan was doing pretty good, or Canelo Plant, rather. That's another one. Yeah, not for nothing, and God knows I don't work with Canelo at all, but I got to call it like it is, Um, man, well, for some reason, I should know like a bunch of them. I have mentioned quite a few, but not nearly as much as I should. Oh, Povetkin White. Povetkin versus White won. Yeah, that's another one. That's a good one. Dillian White was winning that fight, and Povetkin landed the uppercut from hell. That changed everything. Povetkin, KO, White. Yeah, that was stunning, man. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm gonna show you guys this one. Let me show you Povetkin's knockout of Dillian White. Dillian White is the uppercut snatcher because he be snatching uppercuts from AJ, from Povetkin, and Tyson Fury. Everybody calls him the body snatcher. No, that's Mike McCallum. Okay, just saying. Um, Pay attention. Am I sharing this properly? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Slipped them, but he's got a big set of arms, and the reddening of the stomach of Povetkin already. Familiar face to.
Doesn't want to make any silly mistakes. Good right hand.
Push himself to that point where the gas tank blows up because he knows that he can recover, rip into the body.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Good right hand. There's that right hand again. Good counter shot. Left hook. Good shot.
There it is. There it is. See, he was down pretty much the whole thing.
Doubled it up, floor 5 times against Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah, this was one back when we had to wear that diaper in your mouth.
Go twice against Anthony.
Dylan White, good jab. In my opinion, no need to be reckless. Oh, left uppercut, fantastic shot.
So there's 10 seconds on the clock.
He's one of the greatest comebacks of all time, fellas. Pay attention.
He will see out the round. He looks clear-headed, steps forwards. Lovely counter shot off the rope.
Oh! Look at that. Wow. Wow. He spun the block and beat him in the rematch, but what a knockout, fellas. What a knockout that was. Okay. You know what? Since we have that man there, not a lot of people, not enough people know about Salvador Sanchez, man. That's got to change one way or another. Okay. Oh, Juan Laporte. That was a hell of a fight too. Salvador Sanchez versus Juan Laporte. Go back and watch that fight. Oh man. Salvador Sanchez highlights. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is a great channel, Hansa God. just some highlights of the man. It's important that people know this man because this man is a great man. He's a great fighter, unbelievable footwork, unbelievable boxing IQ. Oh, Lamont, you know I'm gonna show that LB. Oh man, thank you, Lamont Brewster versus Vladimir Klitschko. Oh, one of the greatest upsets of all time, right there. Not too. The Corey Sanders one was pretty good also, but it took him a couple to get him out of there. But Lamont Brewster, yes sir, man. And I'm learning with my guys right here. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. Am I sharing this properly? Okay. Okay. All credit goes to Hansa God. Subscribe to this channel. It's an amazing channel, guys. An unbelievable channel. Hansa God. Highlights of fighters you might never heard of, or you might hear about them here and there. Yeah, this is another one too. Amazing defense. Should I show you this one instead? I don't know. You can look this up as well. Same channel, yeah. Amazing defense, Salvador Sanchez. He's one of them that will completely break that, flat-footed, not too skilled, paintbrush that people got on the Mexican style. Okay, but this man was just a privilege to watch. My father was the one that first spoke to me about this man. That's Danny Red Lopez. Juan Laporte. Great champion from Guayama, Puerto Rico. Great man right there. He fought Chavez, and he was only one of two men to ever fight both Julio Cesar Chavez and Salvador Sanchez. That's Juan Laporte right there. The other one is Ruben Castillo. Azuma Nelson. Alfredo Gomez. Watch the head movement, fellas. Fight at featherweight, 126. Not for nothing, the Wilfredo Gomez fight, bro. Like, he was an underdog in that fight and just pieced him off, bro.
With the right. So Sanchez has come alive, and look at him go. In his corner, in the Sanchez corner, trying to finish him here. Look at this youngster. Another left, two left, three lefts on the right hand.
Now look at the sequence right here. Slow this thing. No, it stays away from the counters, fellas. That's major league stuff right there. This is the fight that you should. If you're gonna watch one fight of Salvador Sanchez, make sure you watch the Wilfredo Gomez fight. This man right here, Wilfredo Bazooka Gomez. By the way, a lot of people in the island call him the GOAT Puerto Rican fighter. I disagree, but he's on the Mount Rushmore for sure. I mean, how can I deny that, right? But good God, what a masterful display of boxing on that fight. This guy is Danny Red Lopez. He fought him and beat him twice. Danny Red Lopez fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought the who's who, bro. He had a great career. See what's going on in the chat real quick. Oh yeah, Calf. Carrier been spoiling my comeback list for sure, bro. Carl the Cobra Frosh versus Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor, bro. What a fight that was. You know about him? Awesome. Yeah, Lottery Bird. He was a bad dude to say the least, bro. To say the least, he was a bad dude for sure. Yep. Oh, Lamont Brewster versus Vladimir Klitschko. Which was that? Brewster versus Klitschko. Knockout. Okay, let me show you guys this. Share screen. Again, no copyright infringement intended or anything. Watch the banner down there, okay? Did I share the audio? Make sure you let me know if the audio is good, okay? All the credit goes to Baga K right there, okay?
I expect a championship effort. Let's do it.
Let's see. Let's see for my team.
I expect a championship
Okay,
effort.
awesome. There we go. Pay attention. As usual, Vladimir drops one, maybe two punches, and then gets to holding. It's like the heavyweight Bernard Hopkins. Shout out to Bernard Hopkins, by the way. That's a pretty good referee. I always liked him. I think he's Robert Bird, his name, or something like that. That was a nice combination by Vladimir, not for nothing. I always thought Vitaly was 10 times better, but Vladimir, all in all, he was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Whoa! I'm here. Okay. Nice. nice jab. Not for nothing. Vladimir had a hell of a jab. I gotta give it to him there. Oof. I always love that 1-3-2 combo. You know the 1-2-3 obviously, but the 1-3-2 combo. I always love that combination. Right there, see? 1-3-2. Oh. Damn. Oh. I think that was a knockdown, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Smart by going down. Yeah, that was smart. That was high boxing IQ by taking the knee there. High boxing IQ. Reminds me of Tim Bradley when he took the knee versus Provodnikov. Remember that?
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? You wanna go? Let's go.
Oh. He is fighting his heart out, bro. Lamont Brewster is. You submitting your application for going to the UFC, Lamont, or? Yeah, that was man. Yeah, he went down because unless he probably gets knocked out. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable how boxing just plays out sometimes. Oof. That right hand right there would have put most men out. Bam. Ooh. Oh, there it is. That's what, in my opinion, and I'm not gonna say I went through this whole thing on my last live, but that's what they should have done with Parker, but whatever.
5, 6.
Because he didn't go down, did he? But that was a great call by Mr. Bird there. I think that's his name, Robert Bird.
7, 8. You okay?
He's on Bambi legs. Oh! Saved by the bell, or is he? You're not gonna count him? Yeah, that's over with, bro. Great call by Bird. Unbelievable, Lamont Brewster, bro. Come on. How can you not love this? This is boxing at its finest, people. This is what boxing gives you, man. Those miracle moments, those one in one in a million type moments, bro. Like, this is boxing. This is, there are no foregone conclusions in this sport. None. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Um, boxing, or something like that. I gotta do a show on this, like a knockout, unexpected knockouts. Okay, let's see. I mean, yeah, I can. We can talk about Lennox Lewis versus Hassan Rahman. A couple of those. Let's see. There it is. There's the one that Carrier said. There's the one that Carrier said. Let me show you this, and then I'm gonna probably call it. Got it. Okay. All credit and goes to Boxing Stars right here. Okay. No copyright infringement intent. Also King. Okay, I'll watch that later. Call the Cobra Froch from Nottingham, England. 24-0 with 19. That's a record, fellas.
BC Super middleweight title against former undisputed.
Look at that record. 28-2, 1 draw, 17 KOs. Come on, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Middleweight champion Jermaine Taylor.
You touch him up. And he has to go to the back of the line. Round one.
The bout got off to a fast pace, with both men trading heavy punches.
Whether Froch can take those.
Then, in round three, Taylor, with the cleaner punches, dropped Froch for the first time in his career.
Wham! There it is. There it is. Round three, fellas. Round three.
The British champion quickly got back to his feet, but trailed on points up to the last round. Taylor was assured of a victory, but all he needed to do was to be on his feet when the final bell.
Hold on. Let's see those cards again.
Back to his feet, but trailed on points up to the last round.
Holy shit. Man.
Taylor was assured of a victory, but all he needed to do was to be on his feet when the final bell sounded. However, Froch stepped on the gas and battered Taylor before dropping him twice to retain his championship.
Using his jab, eats a right hand, another right hand, and he goes down. Oh my God!
Taylor had nothing left, man. You can tell he's purely on survival mode. He completely ran out of gas.
10, 9, give me a glove. Am I right? He's on. Done. Taylor in trouble. Froch punches and punches.
He's done. He's done. Yeah, he's done. Look at how much time it's left on the fight, fellas. Come on.
It's over. I'm going back to England mode. And I'm keeping my title. Carl Froch shocks the boxing world as he stops Jermaine Taylor in the 12th round.
That is, in my opinion, Carl Froch's marquee performance of his career. Now, that's a debate, right? Because you got George Groves, right? He also beat, his fight against Anthony Durrell. Was it Anthony Durrell or Andre Durrell? I can't remember, but it was a very close fight, fellas. I don't know about that one. I suggest you watch that one again. Carl Froch versus one of the Durrell brothers. I can't remember if it was Andre or Anthony. I can't. But, man, I don't know if Froch, I think he might have gotten the decision there, to be honest with you, okay? I don't know. Great fight, though. Great fight. He also beat Mikkel Kessler. He's got quite the resume, Mr. Froch. Now, I personally believe Joe Calzaghe would have whooped his ass. Okay? But that's just because Joe Calzaghe is my guy, you know? But, I mean, okay, so let Frank Warren give you the what happened, right? Because people love to get on Joe Calzaghe because he quote unquote um, ducked Carl Froch, you know, which he didn't. But just for the haters, just for the haters. Here it is. Frank Warren, who doesn't have the best relationship ever with Joe Calzaghe, he doesn't have a good relationship with anybody. But they call him Bricktop over in the UK. What does it say there? Oh, what does it say there? Oh, oh, okay.
Want to fight Joe Calzaghe. He didn't want to fight Joe Calzaghe. He did not want to fight him. And I'll tell you.
Well, he'll dispute that
He can
emphatically.
dispute it to the cows. What did he come to meet me for then?
I don't know. Maybe you thought you was going to make the fight for him.
I did try to make a fight for him. I wanted to make that fight. He didn't want to fight Joe. Is he going to move up to light heavyweight? When's he moving up to light heavyweight? I said, what are you worried about that for? Fight him now. He's not like him. And that is the truth of it. And I've got to tell you, he's one fighter who doesn't like any fighters. He always does is slag everyone. He was so jealous of Amir Khan. He fought in Nottingham. I remember this. It's one reason he don't like me. I know that. He fought in Nottingham. So I said to him, look, and they, I don't know what gate they did there, like 3,000-4,000 people in this arena. So we said, well, I want to take Amir up there. And we took him up there and sold the whole place out. And he had a 6-round fight, Amir.
Look how happy you are with that.
I just find it was fun.
Carl Froch getting cooked, punk ass. Great fighter, but a punk ass.
He didn't want to fight Joe Calzaghe.
Thank you, Frank. So, yeah, Joe Calzaghe is the truth. Salvador Sanchez is the truth. Marvin Hagler is the truth. There's a lot of truths. I mean, that's all I got, to be honest with you. I'm gonna prance out of here. Let's see if we got any other. Give me 1 second. Forget it. Do you have any other news to cover here, or no? Terence Crawford considers it bittersweet to get flowers towards the end of his career. Yeah, no kidding, right? I've been saying this guy's the truth ever since he beat Yuriorkis Gamboa, fellas. Okay? 42-0, 31 KOs. Come on, bro. What the hell are we talking about here? Okay? Okay. Well, that's all she wrote. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This was your boy Irony Boxing. We talked about this thing called boxing. I should talk about the UFC. We got something coming up. I'll do that tomorrow or Friday. We talked about the latest news in boxing, some upcoming fights. We got a ladies showdown tomorrow over in Canada. We got Artur Biarslanov showcasing in that card. And then on the weekend, we got several cards, right? We got Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker. Lyndon Arthur is going to be featured in the co-main versus Bradley Rhea, among others. That's going to start about 3 or 3:30 p.m. ish. our time. Okay, that's going to be broadcasted at the Zone. Also on Saturday, I believe 8:30 p.m. It's going to begin Lanier Perot versus Jordan Thompson. That's a heavyweight showdown. Okay, Omari Jones is going to be featured in the co-main of that one. And we also have Rashidi Speedy Ellis versus Javier El Abejon Fortuna. That's going to be in Connecticut. Starts 6 p.m. ish our time. I don't know where's that going to be broadcasted, by the way. It doesn't say. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. Okay, I'll figure that out. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, that's about it, fellas. This was your boy Irony Boxing coming through with my 30th live. God bless every single one of you. Special thank you to my brother Lottery Burton Show, pulling up once again. My moderators, one of my moderator extraordinaires here on the channel. My special thank you to my brother, the Aircraft Carrier, pulling up once again, showing love. God bless both of you, brothers. Special thank you to my brother Trump for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. God bless. And special thank you to my bro J Will 38 for pulling up. Appreciate you and God bless you as well. I hope everyone has a great Thursday tomorrow. Okay, and I think I'll probably go live tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably will. So. Like I said, I appreciate you all, and this was my 30th live. I'm gonna see if I can finally do the boxing comebacks my next time. We shall see, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace out.